welcome to this video. I hope you're all good. I hope you've had a good sort of lockdown. I've struggled at times, to be honest with you. I hope you're looking forward to Easter, and I hope you're looking forward to some sort of more relaxed time, as it were. With the relaxation of the rules. Basically, I just want to say, this is going to be a quick sort of video update. So I've got my notes. I'm trying to make sure I say everything. It's just going to be a quick update with sort of what's been going on, what's coming up. I also just want to say a massive hello, as it were, to new subscribers of the channel. Thank you so much for joining the Invisible Addiction. Joining, it sounds like it's some sort of club, but no, thank you very much. Hello, welcome, and of course, returning viewers and subscribers. Nice one. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, so this video is just going to be a sort of an update. It feels, for me, it's kind of like a good chance to be accountable, to be honest with you. It's also a good progress marker for me in my recovery and also for the channel. Just, it's nice to look back, isn't it, on our progress and see what we've been up to and see what we've achieved, right? So at this point, you're probably thinking, well, come on, tell us, what have you been up to? What's coming up? What can you expect on the channel? And you might even be thinking of what the stats. I will share some stats towards the end of this video. So yeah, if you've got any questions or anything you want me to answer, happy obviously for you to write a comment. I'll reply. If you want to speak confidentially, that's absolutely fine. You can email me. Links are in the description box below. Can you tell I've had a coffee? I'm like, boom. I've got a motor through this. Right, okay, so firstly, what have I been up to? So, the big step. You might have seen a vlog actually about the big step walk that I did with many others back in September, which was from Coventry to Leicester. This was the latest big step, which was at the beginning of March. I walked with my friend Charlie from Newbury along the canal to Reading, Majeski Stadium. Quite hard for me as a Bournemouth fan, not a big fan of Reading, sorry guys. We've always had a big rivalry ever since we drew 3-3 with when we had Jermaine Defoe. Anyway, getting sidetracked. But we walked. I mean, Charlie and I, we motored it. We were both chatterboxes, and we just sort of head down and just we blitzed it. But really good event, and looking forward to the next event in the summer. Can't say too much, but it's gonna be a cracker. It's gonna be a cracker. So you might have seen some other vlogs as well that I've uploaded about football betting and the shredder, as it were. I hope you've enjoyed those vlogs. It acts as kind of recovery for me, or therapy if you like, and also just a chance for us to kind of relate to each other. Hopefully that you can watch and go, do you know what? Yeah, I used to feel alone in this, and I don't feel so alone anymore. We can relate to each other's stories. So that's really the main aim of the vlogs, to be honest with you. There's going to be one vlog coming up this Sunday. So is it the 3rd of April, Easter Sunday? I can't think of my dates now. Anyway, irrelevant. But yeah, there's going to be one final vlog, and then I'll be taking a break. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. The Delaware Conference was something I spoke at in the US alongside Paul Pettigrew and Nick Craze, who you might remember from the series 3 of the Invisible Addiction podcast. Both really good guys, both doing some great stuff. Paul set up GAM Talk, which is educating youngsters, goes into schools, colleges, etc., universities, sports teams, to educate youngsters about the perils of gambling, harm. Nick, aka Gambling Guard, he does TikTok videos, Instagram videos with humour. So if you're a big fan of The Office, he does voiceovers, but it's raising awareness of gambling addiction. Really top guys. It was a pleasure to speak with them or alongside them, and massive thank you to Jeffrey Wasserman, who again you might remember from podcast 20 of the Invisible Addiction series 3. He's at Delaware, and thank you for the invite. Basically, really enjoyed it. So you might have seen some other videos as well. Adam, I spoke to recently, a young chap from just outside Sheffield, sort of former horse racing tipster, spoke about his gambling problems. I thought he spoke really, really well. It was in a video format actually, and I'd like to do more of these in the future. Let me know. Do you like them? What are your thoughts? Also spoke to Matt Zarb-Cousin. The videos had a great reaction about the Football Index scandal. Now, if you've been living under a stone, or you kind of you vaguely know about it, basically the Daily Mail have labelled this as the biggest gambling business failure in British history. Like, this is ridiculous. £90 million has just vanished off the face of the earth. So Matt is director of Clean Up Gambling. He's investigating it with Lee Day Law and Football Index Group Action. So check it out if you're a Football Index viewer or user. He answers lots of questions that I got from Twitter. So hopefully you enjoyed that Q&A. I really enjoyed doing it. Talking of which, I'm really active on social media. So besides a little bit of kind of promotion of like, here's a new vlog, here's a new podcast, I sort of share like facts and quotes, but then also wellness tips. Now, I'm not a professional, but what worked for me might work for you. So I've shared, I think the first one was like writing. I absolutely love writing. I don't profess to be any good, but like journaling, keeping a diary, it's complete gobbledygook to anyone else. But to me, it's kind of like getting things off my chest. I had an urge the other day to gamble, and I was like, whoa, don't want to do this. I was tired, it was late at night, and just headed down, just got my laptop, and just for 30 minutes blitzed through like how I was feeling, just vented. And it was great. Anyway, I'm not saying it's the silver bullet, but it was good for me, it might be good for you. Other wellness tips I've shared recently is walking. Absolutely love walking. Obviously the big step we did. Walking up mountains, just walking to the shops, walking along canals, River Thames in London, fields, roaming fields around the city, etc., etc. But check out other posts that I'll be putting on social media. Very active on Instagram and Twitter. Talking of wellness, if you are struggling, if you're kind of, what's the word? If you want someone to kind of speak to, right? I don't profess to be a professional. Please don't think I am. But if you want someone to vent to, if you just want to tell your story in an email format, if you want to just kind of get things off your chest, I'll listen. I'll reply. I'm always conscious of like, shit, am I saying the right thing? I won't judge. I'll listen. If you want advice, I'll give advice. But to be honest with you, at this point, I'm just quite happy to be a sounding board. I'm actually a big fan of like, if you want to pick up the phone, or if you want to have a chat, just 10 minutes, half an hour, however long it lasts for. But if you just want to kind of like vent and get things off your chest. I've had a few phone calls recently with some guys, and it has been great. It helps me as well, because it's nice to sort of have that connection and realise I'm not alone in this. We're not alone, and that's the whole point. It's like, it's community. The invisible addiction, self-promotion, not of myself, but of like gambling addiction. I'm like, Nick said this in the Delaware Conference. It was like, self-promotion, but not for himself per se, but it's like the more people view his work, and the more people that view podcasts, the more people that view this channel is great. I think only Phil, another great vlogger on YouTube, said it, and I agree with him. The more people that view things, the better, because it just means that the more people that are going to not feel alone, that might prevent taking their own lives, etc., etc. So it's kind of, that's the way I view things, to be honest with you. So I'm getting really sidetracked here. So talking of mental health, my mental health, I'm going to take a break throughout April. Apart from this Sunday, I'll upload a vlog, but I'm going to take the whole month off. Looking forward to just, looking forward to Easter holiday. It's going to take 2 weeks. I know the pubs are reopening on the 12th. I'll go to the pub, but it's a shame that there's no accommodation to book. I think that's coming in at May, isn't it, or something? But I would love to just get away to like the Lake District, to Scotland, to wherever, and just kind of get out and just explore. And just, I don't know about you, but I'm just like a bit fed up of being housebound at the moment. But going to be back in May with series 4 of podcasts. It's going to be a big one, guys. Just going to warn you on this one. But we've got some amazing guests from all around the world. The US, Australia, lots of guests from the UK. We've got a former bookie that I speak to. We've got a campaigner. We've got a politician. That was interesting. And we've got a couple of CEOs. It's going to be a big podcast series. But again, hopefully you can relate to, you find it interesting. Finally, thank you for watching, right? I said about these stats, of what are these stats, right? The total number of downloads for the podcast, including YouTube and Spotify, iTunes, is 15,000 and counting to date. And then the number of YouTube channel views is at 23,000. There we go. It's kind of starting to, it's sort of snowballing. The stats, like, they were kind of hovering around on YouTube anyway, and to be fair, the podcast, but they were kind of hovering quite low, but I had some really good feedback, and I was at the bit, you know, like anything, you want it to do well. You were like, there's that kind of, well, I want views, right? And it wasn't really happening, but I was getting some good feedback, and I thought, well, at this point, the Invisible Addiction podcast, it's just kind of like a one-off thing. I'll do a second series, I can always just stop. But then Christmas, it just went, I don't know if that's because a lot of people gamble before Christmas. In my case, 2017, I self-excluded in December. Before Christmas, it was, I'll tell you about that another time. But yeah, the stats just kind of started to go up, and they're starting to really snowball now. So yeah, finally, just want to say a massive thank you to you for watching, for tuning in. If you've made it to the end of the video, and you know, at the end of me rambling here, nice one. Thanks for supporting, thanks for subscribing if you haven't already subscribed. Of course, if you want to get in touch, links are in the description box below. And finally, thank you. I hardly ever plug them, and to be fair, they're really good. The sponsors, they're like, you don't have to plug us, but to be fair, I've taken that literally. I hardly ever plug them. But TalkBanStop, massive thank you to TalkBanStop for supporting the Invisible Addiction. They pay kind of a small amount of money each month. It gives me, as self-employed, about a day a week, although I commit probably about 3 or 4 days a week now to the Invisible Addiction. Yeah, to sort of support the channel. So yeah, nice one, guys. Anyway, it's been a bit of a mismatch of videos. I've got my notes. I hope we've got sort of through them. I'll probably watch this back and be like, oh, this is a bit cringy. You haven't said it, and you should have said it better. But like people say, you can only be yourself. So yeah. Anyway, have a lovely Easter, guys. Enjoy yourself. Take care, and I will see you. I'll see you in May. All right, take care. Bye.